but I'm Brett Kavanaugh's calendar. So, up here it says, I heart beer. Where else? Oh, okay, here it says, make sex, but it's crossed out so you know it didn't happen. Down here, here's some of the weekends. We have grounded by choice. Grounded, not my fault. Then down here we have skip sex ed, which is telling. And then buy condoms. The next day, kiss Deborah on mouth. And then return condoms. And then of course beach week. And this is his real calendar, guys. I didn't make this stuff up. So I'm gonna take this off now. Alright, thank you. Cool. So, switching gears a little bit. Anyone here have living grandparents? Yeah. Okay, we get it. Yeah. Recently, both of my grandmas died within 2 weeks of each other. So, yeah, you can awe. It's sad. Thank you. But yeah, I didn't get to be there when my first grandma died, but I was there when we got the call about my second grandma. So my dad and I drove over to her house, and she was just lying in bed, and she looked peaceful, which was good. She had died in her sleep. My other grandma was like, she did not go gentle into that good night. But my second grandma was peaceful, and we sat with her for a while until finally the funeral director showed up. And he said, I'm so sorry for your loss. And pointing to my grandmother's body, he said, is that him over there? I mean, first of all, who else would it be? There's a dead person in the room. But yeah, I don't know. They say that when someone dies, you learn things you never knew about them. Like, I knew my grandma for 19 years, never knew she was a man. Never mentioned it. I feel like I should have just been like, yep, that's him, and then she would have finally been treated like an equal member of society. There's a hot take for you. But yeah, having both your grandmas die within 2 weeks of each other is cost efficient, I will say, because you just get to use the food from the first funeral for the second funeral. So anyway, we still have leftovers, so if anyone else I love wants to go, now is the time before the bagels get stale. But yeah, death does start to get old after a while. You know, it even gets old for the people around you. Like when your first grandma dies, you get a text from all your friends, and it's like, oh my God, Maddie, I am so sorry for your loss. I am here for you. I will do anything you need. Hug, brownies, cocaine, anything. I love you. Second grandma dies, and you get a text like, heart emoji. You got this. Yeah. I haven't even posted on Instagram about my second grandma because I just feel like I need to keep it fresh, you know, keep it interesting. 2 deaths in a row, that's not what my followers signed up for. But I do feel like posting for a dead person is weird. It just always struck me as kind of weird because first of all the posts sound the same, right? They're all like, hey Pop Pop, it's your little angel Jessica. Rest easy, big guy. XOXO, your little sunshine. Yellow heart, sun emoji. And Pop Pop's just up in heaven like, I never called you sunshine. But posting on Instagram isn't really for the person, you know? Because what do you think Pop Pop's doing up in heaven? I can tell you he's probably not scrolling through your Instagram. I'm just imagining Pop Pop gets up to the pearly gates and God's like, hey Pop Pop, because God is a sexy woman. Here's a set of wings and Gabriel over there will show you how to set up an Instagram account so you can see how many pity likes Jessica's getting on that picture of you. Oh, she just reached 400. People are so sad for her. And then Pop Pop's like, oh, dying was worth it. I thought I'd miss my family, but now I know that every year on the anniversary of my death, Jessica will post saying she's missing me extra today. So yeah, I forget where I was going with that. Yeah. So back to grandma deaths. This is the whole set, guys, so strap in. You know, when your grandma dies, there was a lot of stuff left over of hers. For example, toward the end of her life, she was living off of Ensure, you know, that protein drink. So when she died, I wanted like a nice keepsake, you know, something to remember her by. And my dad was like, why don't you take Omi's leftover Ensure? Like, no, Dad, I want a fucking engagement ring. But yeah, it's kind of shitty to, you know, exploit relatives' death for Instagram likes. Maybe not as shitty as exploiting your grandma's deaths for laughs at a stand-up show. You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, after these two deaths, it was traumatic, and I, you know, tried to talk to my therapist about how I was feeling and about how now all I can think about is how there's just an eternity of nothingness waiting for us, and how nothing we ever did will have mattered once we're gone, and everyone we ever loved and knew is also gone. Then I got an email back saying he left the practice. So, yeah. He did give me some good advice, though, while he was still my therapist. I went to him and I was like, you know, I'm feeling really depressed and anxious, which I'm sure none of you can relate to. We're on a comedy show. We're all happy, right? But yeah, so I told him I was feeling anxious and depressed, and he said, you know, I'm hesitant to give you medication because I want you to channel your pain into your comedy. In other words, I was literally prescribed laughter instead of medicine. So yeah, there are definitely some instances where laughter is not the best medicine, one of which is, you know, having a broken rib. Think about it. Also, you know, if you have crippling depression. But yeah, if there's one thing that maybe we can all take away from this, it is that visit your grandparents, call your grandparents, and just remember that you are entitled to their leftover Ensure. Thank you guys.